Zedu. We're the founders of Tenerife Horse Rescue.
We are a small non-profit, self-founded, eco-friendly animal sanctuary born in 2018. We are run by a great big family of volunteers.
And an even bigger animal family. Don't forget to press the subscribe button to follow our FINCA life adventures every week. So this is the very friendly mare. She always has a lot to say and she loves chasing all the volunteers around. But once you're her friend, she's super lovely and she lets you in. You just have to be part of her pack. And clearly Ella is not part of her pack yet. She's had a rough start in her life. She got attacked by dogs when she was super young. And unfortunately she's missing half of her ears. But since then she's had a super happy life and she's the boss of all of the goats. So this is Bleepy. She's definitely not underrated. You must have seen her before. She is my duck. She's followed me from day one when I accidentally hatched her. But now she's a mother and she has aged quite significantly since having her babies. She was not this white before. But she's a super mother and this is her and her bleeplets. And she really is a queen of pooping everywhere. Caravan, the bunny with the strangest name. He actually came to stay in this cage next to our Caravan because he was a bit of a grump with the other bunnies and he used to bully them. And this was the only space available at the time. So we moved him in and he fit right in. He started hanging out in the Caravan with the dogs, which is where he got his name from. And it stuck. So in moved his friend Phoenix, the guinea pig, and now he's super happy and stuck with the name Caravan. So here's Spider-Man. He's our iguana. He was found on the side of the road by some tourists in the south, and they thought it was just a lizard that was lost, but it turns out it was an abandoned pet. We couldn't find his original home, so we created one for him here. He got his name from his super skills of climbing the cage and hanging out like Spider-Man does. He doesn't move around a lot, but he's chilled and he's certainly part of the FINCA family now. And Megatron. This chicken got his name from his size. He actually fell off the back of a meat truck. Luckily for him, he now has a new life here. But it still makes us sad from the industry. You only have to look at him and compare him to the other chickens. The pure size in which he's grown to just to make meat is incredibly sad. But it's okay for him. Maybe not all of his friends. But he's okay. He's happy and he's enjoying life here. He actually likes to be cuddled by us. He's super heavy and you wouldn't believe it. Ella didn't believe it until she tried for herself to pick him up and give him a cuddle. And here we have Stephanie Wonder. She was originally called Stevie Wonder because she was born with no eyes, but then we found out she was actually a girl, so it got changed to Stephanie Wonder. But it certainly doesn't stop her. She makes her way around, she enjoys her food, and she's even more special because she's only got 2 toes on one of her feet. This happy little guinea pig doesn't even know that she's got no eyes. here we have Shelly. She's definitely an underrated animal because I don't have a lot to say about her. She goes in her hole and spends most of her time sitting inside her hole. Occasionally she'll come out and eat, then she'll go back to her hole. That's about it. So here we have Sapphire. She's our office hamster. She's pretty underrated, but she shouldn't be because she has the best cheek capacity of any animal we know. Look how much she can fit in her cheeks. She makes work in the office much more fun and we love having her around. So these are the angry birds. They're actually silkies, and they are my childhood favourite. When I was young, I bred them as a hobby when I was a teenager, and they were lovely, so I thought it would be really nice to get a couple to remind me of my happy childhood. These are not the same. They were originally called Engelbert and Humperdinck, but we've renamed them the Angry Birds, and this is why. They live underneath my caravan, and I thought they were protecting me from the caravan, but they're not. They're protecting the caravan from me. They are horrible, and every volunteer is terrified of them. It's not exactly like my childhood memories, but I love them nonetheless.
Whoa! So, you might wonder why I'm under the table for this sign out, because I'm in Mackie's spot. This is where Mackie lives, and he's not really underrated, but he's not in enough of our videos. This is why, because it's not the best place for filming, so we're coming into his spot to give you a sign out with Super Mackie. He's actually one of our first ever dogs on FINCA, and he's certainly not underrated. He's wonderful, but it's all about you, hey Mackie? Can you tell them to subscribe and like our video? Okay, he's not really interested, but for those of you who haven't already, give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and tell us which dogs or horses or animals you would like to see in our next video, and we can introduce some more underrated animals. Woo! See ya!